Hello and welcome to Toulouse in the south of France and to the Port d'Eldorado, where we welcome our athletes for the second round of Super League Triathlon just a week after absolute carnage in London.
She wants to win this event. Sophie Caldwell knows she can do the damage on this swim. She's going to be quick out of here and gone. Catch me if you can.
In a gap now between the top four and the rest of this pack.
What were you thinking?
A bit like, oh shit, you need to move your ass. I saw Sophie and Taylor was going away. They did maybe the first lap on the bike, only them two.
Well, it looks
Big
to me
ride.
like the group's coming back together again.
Yeah, that's Waugh.
Big ride
Wow.
by Waugh.
The girl did a great job on the bike, Bess and Kate, to catch the two others, so thanks to them.
It's still anyone's game. We're talking about 1.6 Ks.
Like I was saying, top 10 just to be sure to not have too much pressure, but deeply I wanted to do top 5.
Short shoot, taken, Spivey, Colwell, now the gap. Potter looks up and realises it's gone from 3 to 15 metres. And it's Colwell and Spivey about to cross for the last time,
And
which
Lehair
means we've got
passed
about 800 metres. And Lehair has overtaken Beth Potter, who's looked behind her then for Waugh.
The moment I was, okay, you can have a podium, maybe.
Wow, Lehair is looking incredible, isn't she? She's pulled back all that time.
I was not thinking like really strategy or try to do that, or I just went with the flow and it was a good flow.
Lehair
is
moving up
moving.
on this, and I think she sniffs a win here.
Lehair has muscled up into the lead on the inside of Colwell for the last time they take the dead turn.
Great running. Inside run, make the right hander. She's got the inside run there.
Who's got the
That
sprint?
left.
Who has got the sprint?
Lehair's gone.
Lehair's gone. She has gone for it early. She must be confident she can hold on for another 300. Can Colwell respond to this? I'm not sure that she can. What a run. One of the great runs from 5th to 1st. And Lehair looks like she's got it. Colwell doesn't have a response. Jeanne Lehair from Luxembourg is going to upstage the Sharks. After dominating all day, Jeanne Lehair is going to take it out. What a race for her! Jeanne Lehair will go to Toulouse as the leader of the women's standings.
I could never think about it, and I'm like, wow. I hope it will be the same every time, but I don't think so. But I really enjoy it now. For now, I can't believe it, but in 2 minutes, I will just enjoy.
She would not have thought that she had a chance of winning in London, and what she did was incredible. It was the most brilliant display of mental toughness.
Jeanne Lehair, what an athlete. I was so happy for her. Yeah, she controlled her race. She ran it very comfortably.
Looking at Toulouse, we don't have Cassandra Beaugrand, we don't have Beth, we don't have Sophie Caldwell. So this is perhaps for Jeanne Lehair to continue on from her victory in London. She'll be on home soil. She lives pretty close to Toulouse. Not only will she want to win for the fans that have come out to see her, but she knows she can win these races. We're going to have to really watch closely to see how she manages that pressure.
It's really beautiful, like honestly, the architecture, I love the place. I'm not used to this and I'm not really comfortable with this position. In one hand I know I will be pushed by the crowd and by the fact it's at home, and on the second I'm like, oh shit, I don't want to do bad at home, so it's like a little pressure more. I know there is like a screen in the city, so people...
I think last year it was already full.
Yeah, I mean last year was crazy. So I just hope it will be at least the same.
This is the first series Emma Lombardi's raced, and I think she's going to be blown away on Saturday when we go into the Toulouse town square. Man, we're going to be on the stage, everyone's going to be introduced. I think it's going to be a goosebump moment for her.
Emma Lombardi!
Yeah, I think it's really exciting racing in your home country. I hope it will give me a little bit more of energy.
She's still such a young athlete, still under 23, yet we're talking about her as a possible medal contender at the Olympic Games in her home country. I think the support is just crazy. The French love triathlon, so I'm hoping that's going to give her some wings.
Introducing Kate Waugh, champion du monde, 23.
For young Kate, this really is one of the best opportunities that she's going to have this season to take a victory on the series.
What an opportunity this weekend with Cassandra not being here.
I feel like I'm getting stronger each year. I'm still like only 24, and I feel like with each year I'm gaining more experience and racing closer to the front. So I'm hoping that I can kind of keep moving in that trajectory.
Jeanne Lehair is well on top. Kate Waugh, great result last week. Emma Lombardi, former under-23 world champion. Look out for her. Big crowds already lining this very technical course with crucial championship points on the line. It is time to get underway here in Toulouse. Kate Waugh has stolen a march on her competitors. Lehair has made a great time in the first lap, but she sits in second in that group.
I think she can win the overall on the day. She came in here with intention. She landed in Toulouse off a lot of confidence from London, and she's made a dynamic move to get away from this group. And she is gone, absolutely gone.
Lombardi 16 seconds down. I would have thought she would have been further up the field.
12 seconds the gap between last week's winner and last week's fifth place getter.
Lombardi and Perriot, they've got to pull back some time if they want to come back into this race.
It's full gas from the gun.
Jeanne Lehair at the moment looking absolutely amazing. She's so full of confidence after that victory in London last week.
French 1-2 in, French 1-2 out. Bit of a problem with the buckle. She loses the front spot, and that work she did on the run has evaporated.
When the athletes are in the red like they are, you lose the ability to think properly.
I wonder what this discussion is. I'm hearing that there's a disqualification potentially for Lehair.
Oh, that's huge.
Oh, wow.
She's been a major player in this racing.
And let's have a look back and see exactly what happened. So she's gone to do it up there.
Oh, it's undone.
It's undone there.
She's out.
So the rule must then be that you cannot take your bike off the rack without having your helmet done up first.
Is she allowed to start? She's done. She's out of the race.
Yeah.
Oh, and you can see that she's
this race
extremely
right up.
unhappy because this is her home race. And Kate Waugh will be thinking, this is not the way I want to win it, but it's just gotten easier.
Jeanne, okay, these things happen in the heat of the moment when we race.
But I know this fucking helmet is not the first time. Like I put it, I think it was put, and then just it moved and fuck.
It doesn't matter. You know you're in good shape, okay? We can do this, okay? We're still going to come back stronger.
It's so yeah, for the disqualification in Toulouse, yeah, it was like I was not expecting what happened in London, so it was really like big roller coaster.
It only took a few steps, and that's what ended Lehair's home race.
That's a real tragedy.
And now it is time for stage 3, and the pursuit starts. Kate Waugh has the short shoot. She has 30 seconds. It is her race to lose, and she knows it.
Now is her time to shine.
And Waugh is off, and it is going to be an extremely long half a minute for Emma Lombardi.
It's going to be tough for the women behind. Kate's very comfortable on the bike.
6 more seconds Waugh's put into Lombardi on that bike lap.
Do you know what? We had a plan going into this race that she was going to go out there and smash the bike, but I didn't quite expect this today. She's in phenomenal shape, and I can't be happier for her.
She has been absolutely superb all the way throughout this race. 45 seconds gap back. Kate Waugh will look to run it home. She has the short shoot in the pocket, and she will get the opportunity now, barring incident, to just soak this up.
The start of this year, I was very much an outside chance. Like, I didn't even think people were considering me. Well, they weren't considering me.
Look at the smile on the face of Waugh, who's allowed her emotions to shine through because she sees absolutely no one around her.
I feel like I'm very much in the fight now.
There was a Brit last year in Georgia Taylor Brown, and now the torch has been handed on to another Brit. Her fist pumps the air, and why not? Kate Waugh has announced herself as a contender in Super League Triathlon with a dominant performance. Kate Waugh, welcome to the top step. What an effort. There's simply no one else around. Emma Lombardi, her debut, and she just continues to impress across all sorts of distances and formats. A strong, solid race from Lombardi.
She's got a lot of future ahead of her.
Oh, big future, big future.
Kate, you absolutely dominated from start to finish. How happy are you with that performance?
Honestly, I'm absolutely over the moon. That was absolutely mad. It was so fun. I knew I had a good chance of getting on the podium today, and I just decided to take each stage as it went and just go like absolutely full gas from the gun, and it paid off today. So yeah, I'm really happy.
For me, it's odd because when you live with someone day to day, you can kind of see things coming. So, and I feel like I've been saying that, like kind of saying that for a long time, and a lot of people would be like, yeah, you know, she'll be good in a few years, give her a couple of years, whatever. But I was like, no, now, you know, like she's good enough to compete with the best, and she did that.
So everything she dreamt of, everything she visualised became true in Toulouse, and that's going to change her as an athlete. It's given her belief. She's got some tough races coming up, but she now knows that nothing is beyond her.
Well, we're here in Malibu and we know the surf can provide some really different outcomes, but my ladies are ready for what's thrown at them today. We are pumped, we're ready to go.
After Toulouse, we're in it all the way. Malibu brings the best out of athletes, so we'll be looking to be right up there from the start.
And it's time to get it underway here in Malibu. Straight out with a great transition from Jeanne Lehair, who won back in London and then was disqualified in Toulouse.
I think she's here to prove a point.
Kate Waugh, who's your series leader, comes out 11 seconds back.
Way off the pace.
Lombardi is essentially your current leader. Lehair is in good position as well. Waugh is not in the reckoning at this point. Lombardi looks like she's going to be the first one in the water in stage 3. 2 Eagles at the front.
And they're both strong swimmers, very, very strong swimmers. And I think Lombardi will be very, very hard to pass in this water.
I didn't feel that good going into Malibu, and like I completely lost my head during the race as well.
And off goes Lombardi. 3 seconds gap, we wait for Lehair.
Massive swim by Cassandra, she's gapped Lehair. And if she can hold these waves or catch a wave, it could open everything right up.
Any one of these athletes can do the job. If Lombardi wins today, she will end up being our championship series leader. Lehair could do the same thing as well.
And that's a big gap now, isn't it? Back to the chasers. Emma Lombardi is making this look easy.
Lombardi and Beau Grant. It's basically a running race now, 2 laps.
Emma Lombardi has lost the shoulder of Cassandra Beaugrand and she's losing time, and Jeanne Lehair is absolutely running out of her skin here.
Cassandra Beaugrand, she has sent a message to Emma Lombardi, to the French Olympic selectors, and to everybody else that she is always a force in short course racing. And it's a French one too, with Emma Lombardi adding a second to her third, and Jeanne Lehair crossing as your new championship leader. Kate Waugh, I think, probably finishing with 26 points overall, not adding to her total.
Okay, it was a good day overall. Yeah, on 2 finish race I did 2 podiums, so it's pretty good.
The mental side is as important as your fitness level. If you're not going for it, someone else is.
After 3 rounds across 8 action-packed weeks, it all comes down to this. For the women, it's wide open. Jeanne Lehair, Emma Lombardi, Kate Waugh can all win the title with a race win.
All right, last one.
If you look at Kate Waugh, she's won before now in Toulouse. She's coming into Neom knowing that she can win races.
We are really close, like 1 point from Jeanne and 1 point above Kate. So yeah, it would be really close on the race.
Yeah, now I think like unconsciously I really want more than only podium.
Last year, I knew I hadn't had the consistency in training. Like I knew I wasn't ready to compete against those girls. But now, like I know that I've put in the work. I just have to try and apply this. It's a weird feeling at the moment because like I've always dreamt of being like at the front of these races, and like this year's the first year it's kind of actually happened. So like it's definitely been really like emotional because I'm kind of like, oh wow, like I'm finally getting there.
She's 24, she's got years ahead of her, she's got potentially 2 more Olympic Games ahead of her, but she's ready now. I think she should be going. But she's going to have to prove that again, but that's fine. That's what she does, so it's going to be fine.
For Kate Waugh, winning the series will be a massive statement to the British selectors in terms of the Olympic team for Paris next year.
If I want to be in the battle for the winning, I need to be there. I need to be there at the beginning. Of course, I have to beat Jeanne if I want to win the series. I mean, it's my first year in Super League. I would say it's more special than a podium. I will be really, really happy about it. Ending on a good note like this would be really good.
I think Super League is very tactical, so I have the side eye on Jeanne and Emma for sure. They've been so strong throughout this series, so they're going to be hard to beat.
I'm the leader, but only with 1 point, so it's nothing. And it's the first time I'm really in this situation, so it's an experience as well. I'm looking forward to race and see what will happen. I need to work a lot. Not like last time.
Like you have to be able to like learn quickly from the mistakes you made in the previous race and like apply them to the next race, because otherwise the same thing's going to happen again.
All right, here we go. The Enduro in the grand final in Neom, and they are off. And the first short shoot is going to go to the Sharks. All 3 of our championship contenders are in this front pack, so the race is 100% on. Lehair has laid the hammer down early in this one and says, I will take that short shoot after she has put 15 metres into the best runners in triathlon. We've got a confirmation of the short shoot for the Sharks will go to Kate Waugh. Jeanne Lehair will take the other short shoot, which means Emma Lombardi misses out.
Tactics are going to play a huge part now. I don't think any one of these athletes, apart from Cassandra Beaugrand, are really going to want to come in onto the last run in this group.
Shoes off and back into the water for the final time. I think the 2 French women at the front, Beaugrand and Lombardi, and then the 2 Sharks behind them, the Brits of Matthias and Waugh, then Spivey, and then Lehair. Lombardi is off the front, but can she make it stick off the front?
A group behind, like the one we can see with the pedigree that's in there, is not going to let her stay away on this tough, windy bike course.
Emma Lombardi by herself in the middle of your screen is ploughing up the hill here in Neom with a group behind her with all the championship contenders. But how hard has that been as the gap looks to have basically halved again or disappeared?
It's definitely going to hurt her, that's for sure.
Well, it's not 10 seconds now, it's about 3 seconds.
You're doing so well. Helmet in the box and go, short shoot. Go, girls, go!
And they're all back together again, and there's 1.6 kilometres to decide. The short shoot goes to Waugh, she takes it, and the other one goes to Lehair to have her tack onto the back.
What does Waugh have left in the tank?
Even I was thinking, I've not got this in me today.
If you're Kate Waugh, just sit in behind and let Cassandra Beaugrand drag you away from the championship contenders behind you. And that's a big, big gap back. And Lehair's trying to take Lombardi now. But all the while, Waugh is getting further and further away.
Waugh now looking a little bit tired.
Well, Lehair has gone past Lombardi and she is steaming down, trying to erase that 30 or 40 metre gap.
Kate Waugh digging in deep. She won't forget what she saw in London. That last 400 metres from Lehair was absolutely spectacular.
I promised myself I wouldn't give up until the line.
Here in the desert, Cassandra Beaugrand will be your race winner. And then over the line behind her and winning it for the RTP Global Sharks, Kate Waugh is your 2023 championship winner. Lehair is going to come in behind her and then Lombardi, both of the Eagles, but Kate Waugh has upstaged the others. A winner in Toulouse, and her second here in Neom is enough to do the job. Lehair will finish second overall from Lombardi.
Kate Waugh has given it all.
Wow, yeah, pretty stoked, yeah. That was so cool.
Kate Waugh and Jeanne Lehair finished on equal points, but Waugh was ahead by 1 position, and that was all it took to steal the 2023 championship title. Emma Lombardi finishes in third.
I feel like I've had like a bit of a breakthrough season this year, so just to finish in the perfect way, it's just, yeah, really special. And I'll sit with a pina colada in Thailand on the beach and be very content.